Hello everybody. Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
I go high, somewhere far where no one knows I reside. In my music box you'll never find. It's invisible to uncreative minds. Yeah.
I have been ever since I did like kind of like a rebrand of my image on Instagram, on all my social media platforms, and on YouTube. After that first week, things have just been moving. Like God has been opening doors, okay? So I really wanted to, this is not going to be a long video like the other ones. I'm going to keep this very brief, very short, but I really want to explain the types of dreams that I've been having, especially after that new moon. A lot of spiritual things have been taking place, guys, but like really good signs. So if you're watching this video, you are part of this collective and this message is for you. So let me cut straight to the chase. On 10/10, I had a dream, and it was an amusement park dream. So you can go ahead and type in, as I'm speaking about my dream, type in the meanings, because I do that every time I wake up from a dream. I search up the spiritual meaning, even though I already know deep down what the meaning is. Like, that's just, I like to look it up just for like confirmation. I had an amusement park dream where there was this absolutely immaculate slide that certain people in the park were being invited to go down. And this slide was no regular slide. This was a slide that was very beautiful slide, very colorful. Inside the slide were neon lights and a lot of different things going on. It was a whole experience. It had sound, imagery in the slide. Absolutely beautiful. So everyone in the park wanted to get on this slide. So they began to call people's names from different parts of the park, and you just see one person leaving their friends, running to the slide to go down, and waving goodbye and jumping down this slide. And specifically in my dream, I got called to go down this slide, and as I was separated from my friends. And so I had to call them and let them know, I'm getting ready to go down the slide. Come with me. Meet me here. I'm right here. I'm right here next to this, telling them where in the amusement park that I am. And I waited for a long time. I waited for them. And they could not find the area that this slide was located. They were just like, just go without us. Like, they could not find the area. And so I had to go down the slide alone. And I just remember feeling scared, but so excited to go down the slide and so excited to be a part of the community that went down the slide. And this was no ordinary community that went down the slide. This community they were musicians, they were artists, they were doctors, they were practitioners, all different types of people with a specific talent that were being invited to go to this slide and leave their friends, their family that they came to the park with to go down this slide. And so I say that to say that dream was so indicative of what this collective is really going through at this moment. You are probably one of those people that are like, well, so-and-so has been down with me for this amount of years. So-and-so been this. So-and-so is this. So-and-so is this. Oh, that's my girl. That's my homie. Like, da-da-da-da-da. I would never, if I'm going somewhere, they're going with me. But what if God told you that they can't go? What if God told you that they're not invited? That they're not going to get the code? Then what you gonna do? You're gonna pass up on your blessing because you're trying to take a load of people that could possibly talk shit about you behind your back? Or you're gonna take the leap of faith and follow your calling and your purpose and go down that slide? So I feel like this collective is going through that stage in their life where they're having to decide to leave past versions of themselves alone. So it doesn't have to be you even walking away from your friends or family. It could be you walking away from the old you, the toxic you, the stressed out you, the anxiety filled you, the lazy you, walking away from everything that you previously knew, So powerful. Okay. Then 2 days later, I had a dream about, oh my God, this dream was crazy. Okay. So I had a dream that, hold on. So I had a dream that a friend of mine and I were on our way to what I thought was going to be like some sort of dinner. And as we're getting in the car and pulling out of the parking spot that we are in to go to this dinner, I bump into this really big rig truck that had a crane on it. But I bumped into it. It was like a slight bump, like literally like this. I didn't think anything of it. I turned out the parking and pulled off and went to the red light. At this red light, this big rig truck then turned on and pulled up behind my car. And the crane the person in that car tried to use the crane to grab my car and pull it back. And I looked in my rearview mirror just in time to speed off at light speed, and it wasn't able to reach me. So I thought that was so interesting. How could a dream start off like that? That's how it started. And so now we're on this freeway, this really long freeway. It kind of felt like we were on the, I don't know, if you're from LA, like that freeway that you have to get on to get to Long Beach. So it was that freeway in my dream, at least. And as I'm in this car, I'm seeing a lot of magical things. Like the sky looks different. The sky looks like some sort of purple, greenish type of sky that we've never seen here. And the clouds were starting to shake. And I'm looking and I'm like, what's going on? All of a sudden, this big, I'll just say UFO starts descending out of the clouds. And it's not the UFO that we know, like a flying saucer, like the circle. Hell no. This was like some sort of like Wakanda type of ship, like something I've never seen, like something very advanced, like very, very different, very huge. It was huge. It felt like that itself was an entire city. That descended beneath the clouds into like our atmosphere and looked very, very close. And I'm looking at it and I'm just like, wow, I wasn't scared at all, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, this is not normal. This is weird. This is crazy. What world is this? What world am I in, you know? So, you know, I see it. We keep driving. We get to this place where we're supposed to be having this dinner. When we get to the front of this restaurant, their like lobby area, there's mirrors on the ground, circles of mirrors on the ground. And I'm noticing that no one's looking in these mirrors. I'm like, what is this? Like, you know, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, why are there mirrors on the ground? What's going on? So we go into this room, and in this room, there's graduation hats on each table, graduation hats. And there's people sitting at each table, like desk, as if this is like a school. So it ended up being what I thought was going to be a restaurant. This was a school. We were pulling up into a school. We went into the classroom, and I had a seat and a graduation hat. And the leader was basically like, okay, you guys are getting ready to graduate, talking about graduation, talking about how you guys need to figure out how you're going to design your hats, and these are the do's and don'ts. And I'm sitting here like, I'm graduating? When did I go to school? Like, why am I graduating? Like, what? Graduating from what? Like, what are we here for? Like, very, very confused, because obviously, like, in my dreams, like, I'm very much me. Like, I'm very much awake. I'm letting it play out and letting my character thrive in all of its glory, but I'm very much like, the higher me is like watching me in the dream, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense because this isn't what my life is going through right now. And it was the energy that filled that room was like excitement, was gratitude, it was love. It was just like, oh my gosh, like relief, like we're graduating. This is everything we worked so hard for. This is everything, happy tears, all of this really, really, really like big energy, okay? God energy. And so we leave from this place, and I wake up. And oh, sorry, let me start saying. I grab my hat and I leave walking through the lobby, and the woman who was at the reception desk was like, I was like, oh, can you validate my ticket for my car? And she was like, oh, everything is already taken care of. And I was like, what do you mean it was taken care of? She was like, everything for you is taken care of. And I was like, okay. I didn't get it in the dream, but obviously as I'm watching, I'm like, I say this to say, God is saying, everything is taken care of. All those past versions of yourself, everything that you've been through, you've put in the work and the time to now be in your resting season to where he can pour in all of that love, that free love, that flowing love, that goodness that you've been pouring into others can be now reciprocated back to you in full, in excitement and in love and in truth. And just everything is taken care of is just like, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to close out a dream, because I woke up right after that. And I feel like those two dreams, having those two dreams 2 days apart is very, very powerful in terms of what this collective is going through right now. Like, you may think that shit is falling apart for you. You may think things are crumbling. Things are not crumbling. Everything is breaking to then be transformed into something greater for you, if you know what I mean. Like, everything that you've worked so hard for, that you felt that you did in vain, that you didn't see the results from, is now going to pour back into you in this season, in this now, today, tomorrow, the next day, this week, next week, this month, next month. These last 3 months, you think that these last 3 months are just going to be like, oh, I just can't wait to get to next year. Oh, baby, when you see what God is about to do for you these next 3 months, you're going to be like, give me more. I want this year to be longer. After December, I want it to be September. I want it to be October, not October, but October, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to want to see more, like, oh, don't just give me the goodness right here at the end, but God is basically just giving you a little sprinkle before you enter into this new cycle when you step into this new year, because this new year is going to show you and show the world and show your peers the real you. You are going to know who you really are. You're going to know what you're meant to do here. You are going to know why you were meant to do it. You are going to know everything that you've ever wanted answers for. Everything is going to make sense, and everything is going to come together right here in this season, in this winter season that's coming up. Okay? It's going to be cold outside, but you're going to be feeling the fire. That spirit, that Holy Spirit within you is going to be on fire and charged to take control of your future, of your path, to take control of your emotions and just really flow with the gifts that God has prepared for you. That is really what this season is about. And I'm so excited for you guys. I'm so excited for us. I mean, I can say literally, like, I just started owning my spirituality front facingly. Obviously, I always did that in my regular life, but like doing this on social media is a really big deal. And I just started doing that 2 weeks ago, or this is the second week actually. So I think it was like last Monday. I told myself I'm going to post a spiritual video doing channeled messages using my gift at least once a day for 2 weeks, and let's see what happens. And mind you, now this week, things have been happening so quickly that I've slipped up. But that whole last week, I mean, the energy that I have received from other people, like the validation and the confirmation that these messages are resonating with them, have been so powerful, have been so fulfilling for me. Like, I love when people tell me that I'm helping them, that my messages mean something for them, that they feel the same thing that I feel, that they, we're all going through the same thing and in different bodies and in different stages in our life. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's just amazing. So like, even doing that in that 1 week, this week has opened up so many doors and blessings for partnerships, for new jobs, for events, for all of these people that are requiring me, my services, my talents, things that I do naturally all of a sudden. And this is the stage that I've been trying to get to for years. And it's crazy to know that the moment I just decided to push through that throat chakra blockage and own my spirituality, own my gifts, that this is what God had on the other side of that. So please let that be some sort of like encouragement to do that for yourself. Like, I don't know what could be blocking you at this moment, but it's never as big as God. Like, don't ever put your insecurities and your fears ahead of God. Your faith has to be stronger. You got to push through. Like, my main like slogan on TikTok is like, do it now and do it scared. Okay, sing that song, post that music. Who cares if it's not mixed? Who cares? Because a lot of people that, this is for musicians, obviously. If you're posting songs that are not mixed, a lot of people that are posting songs that aren't mixed still don't even sound good. So why you can't post your music that isn't mixed, that isn't touched, that isn't edited, and you sound great? Because you're a star. Because you're living in your truth. Because you're being authentic. Why can't you, post your art, sell your art? Why can't you speak your truth, use your gifts, use your talents? Why can't you do it? Why can't you do it now? Tell me. Because you're scared. We don't live in fear over here, because God cannot make a miracle happen in your life if you're over here walking in fear. And so let's just really think about that. So I'm in front of a piano right now. Honestly, I didn't know what was going to happen when I pressed these keys, but it kind of just feels good. I don't know. You gotta be real. Oh, we gotta get the right note. You gotta be real. I don't like that. Gotta be real. No. Gotta be real. Gotta be strong. I don't know what this sounds like. Gotta be you. Gotta be the one. You gotta be real. You gotta be you. You gotta be true. You gotta be fearless. Fearless. Gotta be real. Gotta be true. Be fearless to be you. You gotta be authentically you. Anyway, I don't play the piano. I just want you guys to know. So this is just me on the whim. Here's a drum set right here. Yeah, I don't play. I'm not an instrument. I'm more of a vocalist, but I wanted to try for you guys just to like give you a little faith. Like if I'm so delusional that I think that I'm gonna hop on YouTube and freaking play the piano on the whim, that's the level of delusion that you need to be at to like win. Okay. That was just proof that you gotta walk on faith. Like I don't know what, but I'm gonna sing over it and it's gonna be hot. You know why? It's gonna be hot because God. You gotta be delusional, okay? I'm a pianist. I play the flute. I play the drums. I play all of the instruments, okay? And I'm a vocalist. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if this energy resonates with you. Let me know if this helped you in any way. Push through, push through, push through. Don't let nobody, no family, no partner, no da 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 talk you out of your dreams. Talk you out of what you know you're supposed to be doing. Okay. When you hear God, you need to move. When you hear from God, it's time to take action. Okay. Hopefully the dreams that I have is kind of giving you confirmation and giving you clarity on the type of dreams that maybe you could have been having and maybe can't make sense of. And if there is a dream that you guys have had, definitely put that in the comments below or chat me or something, and I can interpret that for you if that's something that you guys are interested in. So thank you so much. Make sure you guys, or think about, please, maybe, I don't know, subscribing to my channel. Follow me on socials, Jaylin T. Edmonds, on every single platform, TikTok, Instagram. I'm building my TikTok right now, and I get a lot of spiritual advice and encouragement on there. So definitely follow me there. Follow me on Instagram. I'm getting ready to rebrand my Instagram and do a lot of holistic wellness and a lot of things like that. So my Instagram is about to go up. Definitely hop on if you guys are interested. Subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, okay? And let's connect, okay? I hope you guys have such a blessed week. I hope you experience miracles that you couldn't even dreamt of yourself, and experience divinely aligned people, experiences, and just magic, just pure magic. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Have such a great night. Bye-bye.
So